So Disney Toy Box made a General Grievous. Yeah. And of course I had to get it because it's a because it's General freaking Grievous. We all love Grievous, man. He's one of the coolest designs of the prequel trilogy. And I think it's very interesting they decided to make a toy box figure. Now, granted, this design is from the Disney Infinity video game, but he never got a Disney Infinity figurine. So it is cool that they're actually reaching into the game, picking out characters that were never made as figurines and making them into toy box figures. I'm hoping they do that with the Phase 1 Clone Trooper, because the Phase 1 clone was in the game. But yeah, here we are. Here's Grievous. And he may look kind of static right now, but he's actually decently posable. He's not perfect. He's not the most posable General Grievous of all time. He is, after all, a toy box figure, and he's only like, what, $13? I don't think they upped the price on him. But he is bigger. Like normal toy box figures stand about that big. He is a little bigger. Sorry, I don't have one to compare right now. But yeah, he's pretty cool. He does have his 4 lightsabers. I do know these are accurate to the character, but he's got one that kind of looks like Luke's, one that kind of looks like Anakin's, and then 2 with like the gold on him. So that's kind of neat. I definitely like that. He just has this cool look to him. I really love the cartoony style. I think the paint's really nice and crisp on it. I guess these are like made by Disney. Like I never really have seen a company that besides just Disney. Like it just says Disney Trading. That's all it says, Disney Store. Doesn't mention any company or anything. So yeah, that's I guess these are just made by Disney. It is really cool though. I really do like that we have a line of stylized figures like this that can, offer something different for your collection. Unfortunately, he doesn't have like ankle rockers, so he can't like stay flat in cool dynamic poses like this. But he does have his cape, which does definitely help. So you can kind of get him in these sort of poses, kind of lunged. And then you can move his arms a lot too. I'll go over his articulation in more detail in a minute. But let's just go over just the... he just looks so nice. I just like him. He's got that cool simplistic look. I just really dig it. Let's go over the articulation though. That's what I was going to say. So good thing that lightsaber came out, because I can show you in a second, or actually just right now. You can combine the arms. You can. One just kind of goes on top of the other, and you can have a singular arm if you want. So that's cool. Unfortunately, no like bicep swivel, but it does actually go down, kind of rest next to him, and you can move it up. So that's really nice. So his articulation with a single arm, as you can see, you can move it up and move it down. He can move it forward a little bit, back. He does also have that hinge there. He has an elbow that can bend like that, and also bend back. Nothing at the wrist. But with his individual arms, you can swivel it. You can with that too, but it kind of acts a little differently when they're detached. You can move that arm forward that much, and this arm forward all the way. The elbows bend. They bend more when they're individual. They can kind of butterfly in and out of each other. Nothing at the wrist, but still, that's a decent amount of range. You can have one arm going back, one arm going forward. That's really cool, and you can kind of like swivel it up and down. That is nice. His head articulation is a little disappointing, unfortunately. Just because it's a basic, like, ball hinge. It's not on, like, a lot of ball joints or something. So his head will always kind of look tilted if he's kind of looking off to the side. But you can have him looking up and down, which is cool. But still, I always kind of hate it when a Grievous figure is kind of tilted off to the side with their head like that. Swivel at the waist. The ball hinges at the hips. You can move in and out and forward. He's got knee bends, too, which bend in really deep. And he has ball hinges at the ankles. I guess you should technically call them disc hinges, because it's not a ball, it's a disc that's kind of in the hinge, but whatever. Who cares? So yeah, you can get him in some pretty cool poses. I mean, he's just a cool, fun figure, man. He's cool. If you like the Disney Toy Box stuff, I say definitely go for him. He's just a nice, fun figure. I really don't have too much else to say. Is he my favorite Toy Box figure? I think I still like Django more, just because Django's like really dynamic, and with General Grievous, you always struggle with having a dynamic figure, sometimes it doesn't really work out in the ways you want it to, but still, for a General Grievous, this is honestly one of the better ones you can get. He's fun. And if you're looking for a Grievous toy for like your kid, this is definitely one that I'd say go for. Because he can stand up on his own, unlike a lot of Grievous figures. Sure, he does have some balance issues, as you saw earlier. But if you get his feet nicely planted, if you get him in a pose where he's balanced, he will stay. He does have peg holes on his feet, though, which is good, which is more than I can say for some other Grievous figures that, for some weird reason, decided to omit it, even though he really needs peg holes. But yeah, not much else to say. Another short video today. I'm sorry, guys. So many short videos lately. But there we go. There's Grievous. I really like him. He's cool. I recommend him. There we go, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.